Here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the loneliest name in late night. It's the loneliest show on the internet. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now, our grand Friday tradition here at youtube.com/notsam. I'm assuming that by now you're already subscribed, and hopefully you're just, while you were waiting for us to start the show, smashing that like button, that whole minute and a half that beautiful music was playing. Just like. I can only hope. I don't know for sure. I can't speak for all of you, but that's what I would be doing if I were you. Welcome, of course. Last week, I appreciate all of you that were here for it. I appreciate all of you that have watched throughout the week. If you haven't yet, go ahead now and, well, not now. After tonight's show, you can see we did a whole franchise movie breakdown that we do when it's appropriate. And it was appropriate last week for The Conjuring with our big guest co-host, I guess. I was still here. Drake Maverick from NXT. And I hope that you're not disappointed by this week's man on the screen. Of course, Hot Dog is back. Hot Dog is back.
Thank you. I mean, who would be disappointed? I mean, last week was great, but there's nothing like the real thing. Am I right?
Yeah, I didn't think people would be disappointed, but then I realized that I was setting you up for failure when it's like NXT superstar Drake Maverick was like if you're a first-time viewer of Sam Roberts Now, and I go, oh, last week we had NXT superstar from television, superstar wrestler Drake Maverick, and we were talking about The Conjuring, and then they're like, oh, wow, that was last week. Who's this week? Roman Reigns? And I'm like, well, Hot Dog is this week. He's here like most of the other weeks.
I mean, I was on the WWE network. I am a WWE superstar. I should start getting those virtual banners.
yeah. WWE superstar Hot Dog. And it'll say with Sam Roberts, but you have to fold that part over. No. Sam's not here today. Sam's not here. But you are back, Hot Dog. We heard how much you enjoyed yourself on Jim and Sam this week, talking about your vacation in the Dominican Republic with Mary Jean. Again, I've had these conversations. I know it may be my flaw. I don't judge other people. If I were pressed, I would ask what you would need a vacation from, but it would be rude. It would be rude.
Toxic. It's a little toxic.
It's a little toxic for me to pose that question now. I understand that times have changed. Like, I was looking and I saw this week, somebody posted this thing on Facebook or whatever, and it was like, this is my 14-year-old son. He's working at Burger King, and his little 14-year-old kid who looks like he's about 11 had a Burger King Have It Your Way uniform on. And he was like, he wrote this paragraph, and he was like, you know, my son's always wanted to be independent, and so he's out there, and he's working at Burger King now, and, you know, he's making his minimum wage, but for the first time, he's earning his own money. He shows up to his shifts early, he leaves late, and he's really learning work ethic. And, like, he just got flooded with comments from people going, maybe he should learn how to have a childhood. Maybe you should let him be a kid. And the parents like, oh no, I forgot. Things changed. Like, that was very appropriate.
10 years ago, maybe a little bit more, that would have been a great post. Nowadays, no. Yeah, cancel for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I got to remember that too. Like, you know, 10 years ago, I would have been like, vacation for what? What are you vacationing from? But now it's like, when you go, oh, I'm going to go on vacation again in 2 weeks. I got to go I got to grit my teeth like this. You just hear them grinding. My dentist goes, what's going on with your teeth? Why are they all ground up? Do you need a mouth guard for when you sleep? I'm like, no, it's Hot Dog. He keeps going on vacation. Yeah,
I think he needs it. He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. I don't know what he's vacationing from.
Your vacation is right there next to you in that bed. That's where it is.
He literally brags about how many naps he takes every day. I don't know what he's vacationing from. But when you do say, I'm going to take another vacation in 2 weeks, I go like this. Oh, good for you, man. You've earned that.
Panama, baby.
Yeah.
I gotta continue the tan. I got a little tan going on right now, and I just want to make sure it continues on towards the whole summer. You know?
You look fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I have trouble because I'm one of these guys that likes to work a lot, obviously, right? Like that's but I can't push that along because it's toxic. You know what I mean? It's a toxic thing to do, to be like, well, why wouldn't you want to? I know that you're paid this much, but why wouldn't you want to work a little more? And like, yeah, even if your boss doesn't notice, like you'll be bringing it all in. It makes you better at what you do. You can take that skill set, and already it's like, what are you, Jeff Bezos? And I'm like, oh, geez. Yeah. Like, I'm literally, when Elon Musk was hosting SNL and Twitter was like, what? Fuck that guy. I was like, wait. He's making people go in space. I didn't realize we were fuck Elon Musk. And I start going through the replies. And I don't go through the replies to get myself upset. I go through the replies because I'm like, I don't want to be off on. Yeah, I'm like, wait. Yeah. Did he do something that I don't know about? And then, like, I was looking up. I was like, Elon Musk controversy. And it says, like, well, he was making jokes about COVID. And I went, oh, okay. All right. They're mad at him because he was making jokes about COVID. Okay. All right. Let me check the replies. Nobody said anything about COVID. Nobody was mad that he was making jokes about COVID. I mean, Hot Dog, you probably know why. You still hang out with like 20-somethings because it's still, I mean, it's almost there, but it's not fishy for you to do it. Do you know why people didn't like Elon Musk?
Because he leans into the whole dude bro culture.
No, because he's a billionaire. What? He's a billionaire. That's it. Yeah, That's the only reason. Because he's got a whole bunch of money. That's why, like, the Joe Rogan hate has skyrocketed. $100 million. Wait till Call Me Daddy finds out how bad it's going to get. $60 million for a podcast? No. You're on the shithead list making that kind of money.
Yeah.
You better be 60. If you're making $60 million a year and you're not giving $75 million to charity, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
There's one lesson to be taken this year is to never share your salary. It's just gonna
it's gonna
be a lot of trouble.
It's gonna never share yours and never ask anybody else theirs. It's just gonna drive you crazy. It's gonna drive you nuts. You know? But like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. And then I go on Instagram and I see this like young person is on a boat. Not the boat that you were on, Hot Dog. This wasn't actually a veiled Hot Dog reference, but I did see you on a boat. But it's like you see a general young person on a boat with beautiful water all around him, Fire Fest scenario, right? And it's like, that would have to, so much money has been spent just in this Instagram photo alone, right? And so I go like this, now I know. Now I'm smart. I'm not the old guy. I know what's going on. Wait till this person gets flamed in the comments. And I open the comments up, and you know what it says? Living your best life, queen. And I'm like, what? Why aren't they mad? Why? I don't understand. Why is the, like, you like to make do the work to make the money is bad, but to spend it is good.
It's a case-by-case scenario. Remember, what was it, last week? People were getting mad that, was it Robert Kraft got a gift from Jay-Z and Meek Mill?
I don't know if I heard that story. Why were they mad?
Because he's a billionaire who got a, however much money that car costs, gift from two other millionaires.
Who are they going to be? Who do millionaires hang out with? Who do poor people hang out with? Poor people. Who do, medium people hang out with? Medium people. Rich people hang out with rich people. You get gifts from your friends. Who's Robert Kraft?
It was a whole video, and he comes out and he's shocked. Oh my God, it's my dream car. And people are like, oh, your dream car. Like, you can't afford that car.
People are so salty.
Times over.
They're so salty about the rich people. They don't like them. It was
a birthday gift.
Yeah, he got a car for his birthday. I mean, it is a little disingenuous when you're that rich to get a car and be like, oh, I can't believe it. Because you really could have just bought it yourself.
Exactly.
You could have just gone to the store and buy it. So that I'm okay. I'm not buying the whole, it's my dream car. First of all, here's what happened with Robert Kraft there. If the story that you're telling me is true, I already know. He goes like this. I'm going to get a lot of credit for this. Jay-Z and Meek Mill just co-signed me. This is going to be real good for me. Make sure we get a video of this. Put it out on my social, honey. And he doesn't realize that just finding out that he calls his assistant honey is enough to just kill him. But he goes, put it out on my social. And then honey puts it out on his social. And he doesn't realize that he's such a toxic billionaire that he's actually dragging Meek and Jay down with him, not the other way around.
Yeah. A lot of people were mad at Jay-Z and Meek Mill. Look at these two guys just gifting cars to other billionaires.
But like, Jay-Z is like one of the board members of the NFL, right?
He's involved a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't he like he's a big deal in the NFL? And didn't he like produce the Super Bowl halftime show and everything? Like, that's where Robert Kraft with their coworkers. Robert Kraft works at football too.
And I think Robert Kraft helped Meek Mill get out of prison.
That's right, he did.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Meek Mill showing his appreciation. And let's be honest, Meek and Jay-Z did not split that car 50-50. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
someone chipped in.
Yeah. That's like going to dinner and Meek being like, I mean, Jay, I'll pay for dessert, but come on, I'm not him. This isn't me here. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I was shocked when that little kid, and you should have seen the smile on the little kid's face. He's like, look at me. I work at Burger King. And everybody was like, I feel so sorry for him. Fuck that dad for being a bad parent. And it was literally a post about how much pride he had in his son. But he doesn't understand.
Take that pride shit the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Okay? Yeah.
That 14-year-old should be in the Dominican Republic living his best life.
I don't understand. I really catches me off guard sometimes. Like, it wasn't even like, he didn't want to work, but I made him. And now he's having a good time. It was just like, no, this is, yeah. It was like, this is what he wanted to do. And people were like, yeah, because your toxicity has been seeping through his veins since the time he was a baby. Like, I
mean, you got to let the kids be kids. I get it.
But isn't the kids being kids working at Burger King? Like, isn't that a thing that you do when you're a kid? Like, is that crazy of me to be like, when you're a kid, you work in fast food? No? Is that? I mean, I don't want to. If I'm wrong, I can be wrong. I don't even have to apologize. It's a question mark. I'm not trying to be on the wrong side of history.
I'm gonna have to disconnect myself from these comments of yours, Sam.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Problematic.
It really is. It's problematic. I never know. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm listening. Here's the thing about Sam Roberts. I'm here to listen. Okay? I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. I'm here to make myself better. That's it. That's all. I just don't understand how you can embrace spending money, but you can't embrace working for money. Like, it doesn't, like, right? I mean, we still embrace spending money. But not, like, we don't embrace spending money if you have a lot of it. You embrace spending money if you don't have a lot of it. And
I see tweets nowadays that are like I saw a random tweet that was like, what's the ideal work schedule for you guys? Is it 5 or is it, 10 to 6? And then a lot of the comments were like, how about none? How about no schedule? Guys,
I just like that, like, now, because that's always been the case. But before, that would be like we were laughing about it. Like, yeah, how about no? Yeah, voluntary schedule? How about I'm not showing up? And now it's like, I'm not going to be working. Like, you have this like entitlement about not working that you're like, what is your problem? Like, if you made Back to the Future, people were like, oh, what was problematic about that is the way the mom was treated and this and that. But no, you know what the real problem was? The principal running around calling Marty McFly a slacker. He kept calling, you're a slacker. Come on, maybe he just learns differently, right? Maybe high school is not for him, but you can't be running around creating that kind of toxic culture inside of school. Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
Yeah. Give him space to not do anything.
Exactly. Exactly. It's important, hot dog. It's important. Everybody has to come to it on their own. And when you notice that they're still not accomplishing anything, you don't bring it up. You don't say anything. You allow it to just be a lack of anything happening whatsoever. And
it's their journey, Sam.
It's their journey. And sometimes the journey takes you to Panama, right?
Woo, baby.
Yeah.
Private island.
Yeah. Well, good.
Break.
Much needed break. Take that sip of water, hot dog. Take that sip of water. There it is. Relax. Refresh. Have a good one. Man. I'll tell you what I was doing on the internet as I was trying to figure out whether or not you were allowed to work or not. I I was I always fall into YouTube subgenres. Like I spend more time on YouTube these days than watching TV. Even when I'm watching TV, I usually have some kind of YouTube window open or something like that. I watch just tons of YouTube. And I do tend to fall into subgenres. And today it was ScammerBait. ScammerBait. It's called a couple of different things. But it is so entertaining. Basically what it is, it's these online scammers, like the people who, they call up old people. And there's a couple of scams. Sometimes what they do, actually, Hot Dog, you told me once that one of your friends got caught up in one of these scams, that they call you up and they say that you're the IRS and you're behind on your taxes. And if you hang up the phone, the cops are going to come to your place. So instead, you have to go send them a Western Union. And you're like,
yeah,
this seems like what the government would do, right? This seems
my
legit.
friend Annie. Yeah, she doesn't like me reminding her. But yeah, she was in a car with like her niece or whatnot, and she got a call saying, "Hey, you owe the IRS this much money."
By the way, step one already failed. Like phone rings, unknown number. Let me pick it up and see who it is. Like who does that?
They told her, they were like, you better not hang up or the cops are going to come after you. And then she ran to a supermarket. She bought one of those, I don't know what it is, but like you give them a code and you send the money kind of deals. Mm-hmm. And she bought a couple of those. And then like
a Western Union, like a wire transfer type thing.
Something like that. That's not traceable. The only way that the IRS accepts money.
Non-traceable funds.
Yeah.
Because why would you need a receipt when dealing with the IRS?
Exactly.
Here's the thing about the IRS. They hate paperwork. They don't like paperwork. They like to minimize that. So it's like, if you have cash and can just send it in an envelope, perfect.
Amazing. And don't you dare hang up the phone.
Yeah. No. That is actually, there is a law again where it goes like, well, if you don't hang up the phone, the cops will not come. But if you do hang up the phone, the cops will come. So she really got and didn't hang up the phone and went and transferred the money?
She got, yeah. And then
how much money was it?
She was trying to maybe $2,000 or something like that, maybe $1,500. Yeah. And then she tried to get her money back through her bank and whatnot, and they started investigating, but they see the footage and it's like it's not fraudulent because they saw her taking the money and buying that stuff and then so I mean, what are you gonna do? I
mean, I gotta be honest. If I'm the bank and somebody comes to me and goes like, they said they were the IRS, they said if I didn't go to a bodega and transfer them money immediately, they would call the cops on me and I was behind on my taxes. And you believe that? Yes, I did. And I'd like to get a refund. Aren't you just going to do something stupid with it? Aren't you? What are the odds that you're not going to mess it up again? Yeah, you know what? No, you can't have the money back. No, you're not ready.
They deserve it. They deserve your money.
Yeah, no, they earned it. They earned it. They found a very stupid person and they earned it. Yeah. I mean, what I don't like is when they get the old people and they take advantage of old people who don't really know technology. I had to go to my dad's house once. He was like, I don't know. I was looking to see where my package was, and it said, if you want advanced tracking info, click this link. And now I can't open my website without pop-ups. And I went, oh, why would, there's no such thing as advanced tracking information. Don't click another link. You have to go and you have to clean everything out. Luckily, it was just pop-up ads. It wasn't spyware or anything like that. But
old people can get away with that because you know what? It's impossible. You can't keep up with technology.
You can't keep up, and you wouldn't think somebody's calling you and so blatantly lying. Like the scam that I was watching is that they call you and they tell you they're from Microsoft or Amazon or whoever it is, and they'll need access to your computer. It's got viruses. It's got something, and then they go and they treat it like it's a warranty thing. Where they go, actually, there's a $200 refund that you're entitled to, or $250 refund that you're entitled to. And then they go like, oh, that's great. Okay, I'd like to get that $250. And they go, okay, all you have to do is log into your bank. And like they're looking at your screen. All you have to do is log into your bank, and we will transfer the $250 in, and then we'll get the $250 for you to even Steven. They go, okay. And so they log into their bank, and they go, oh, there was a tech issue on your end, and $25,000 went into your bank instead of $250. So you need to return our money to us. And they go, all right. And like they kind of seem annoyed, like, oh, there's you owe us 25 grand, blah, blah, blah. It's in your account right now. You got to give it to us right now. You got to give it to us right now. And they go, oh, okay, I better give it to you right now. They didn't transfer any money into the account.
No.
They never. There was no money transferred into the account. It's just you're taking your 25 grand and giving it to them, and then they don't call again. They just spend it after that. It's over. That's the beginning, middle, end. But this spam bait thing, ScammerBait, is that basically like guys that have like IT degrees, like real smart computer nerds, end up getting these calls. Like I saw one guy who's gone so far advanced that he's got like a voice modulator on his microphone. So it like pitches him up, and he does like this old lady character so that they call and they think it's an old lady. And I mean, like, he put work in.
They love old ladies.
They love old ladies asking weird questions like, you know, what do you mean my router? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know this. I don't know that. Like, and, you know, just keeping them on the rope, on the rope, on the rope.
Testing their patience.
Yes. They create like a fake bank and everything. It's like you know, whatever. It's a fake bank page that they've created, and they've made up transactions so that the guys on the other end see it, and it looks real, and it looks like a real bank page and everything. But then they start messing with them. Like this one I saw, he was sitting there, and the whole time that the scammer was on the phone with him, the scammer had logged into his computer. He said he was going to give me access to your computer. I'll log in to do it. They go, okay. But when the scammer logs into this guy's computer, this guy logs into the scammer's computer without the scammer realizing it, and just starts deleting all the files. Just
amazing.
Everything gets deleted. And then the guy's like, eventually just like turns off his voice box or whatever, and he goes, hey man, I know what you're doing. I deleted all your files on your computer. Oh, please give them back. No, I'm not giving them back. No, you can forget that.
Fuck you.
Exactly. Or they like, I saw one where some of these guys will track the same scammers for months and months and months and months. It's like a Chris Hansen investigation or something. And they'll really work on it, and they'll start collecting information. Like they know the guy's boss's name. They know the guy's name. They know everybody who works in the call center. They got all this information on him. And so eventually you get to the end of the call, and he just starts mentioning names that the scammer's like, no, I'm Kyle. I don't, my name's Kyle. And they're like, well, what about this? What about that? And they start mentioning all these real names. Some of them know the languages. Like they learn the languages that the guys are speaking on the other end. And we're like, at the end of the call, start speaking to them in their own language and like freak them out. I saw one, this one was great. This guy was a gem. One guy, he did the bit where he got into the scammer's computer who was in his computer. And obviously these guys don't use their like day-to-day PC when the scammer's in their computer. It's like, you know, it's a junk PC.
Oh, work.
Yeah. And he got into the guy's computer and got into his webcam, right? And so he's looking at the scammer through the scammer's webcam. He takes a screenshot of the scammer via the webcam, sends it to his friend who is also getting scammed because, again, they're all networked in. His friend puts it up as his desktop background. So he puts all his windows up and everything, his bank stuff, everything. And like halfway into the call, he closes all his windows, and the scammer just sees his own picture on the desktop and freaks out, like has to hang up the phone and everything. It's great. And then in the video that I watched, you see the scammer reacting to his own picture because they still have access to his webcam.
That's amazing.
It's so good.
I was thinking back. The only time I I mean, I never got scammed, but I did get pretty far in a conversation with one of them because like you ever got one of those calls where like they already have a lot of information on you, so you just assume it's legit. I forgot what it was, but they had. I mean, I guess this is stuff they could just get from Facebook, right? Like they were like, "Is this Cheyenne Marte from such and such avenue and whatnot?" And like, "Is this your apartment?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you don't say. As a matter of fact, it is.
How'd you find that? Did you go to high school for environmental science? Yeah, this must be legit." You know, they get you, man. They're really creative.
But I mean, like, look, anytime somebody calls you and presents all of your information to you before you've presented any information, it's always a scam. No person who's wants to complete actual business calls up another person and goes, "Is this so-and-so who lives at so-and-so and went to school here?" And what it's like, it's only an intimidation tactic. There's nobody who ever wants to be helpful that goes, "Hey, just wanted to call you up before you even say hello and let you know I have all your information. So, can we have a conversation?"
Well,
and you're like, "Yeah, I guess so, yeah."
well, I think it was like they called me for something, and I was like, "No, that doesn't sound like anything. Maybe you got the wrong number." And then they were like, "Well, okay, well, let me just verify the information I have in front of me. Is this you? Are you this?" And I was like, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
yeah, that's oh fuck, yeah, that's me, shit."
Yeah. Yeah, I see some people in the chat
What do I
right now. I see some people in the chat saying, like, California Love, is this a YouTube channel that Sammy's talking about? Ricardo Rodriguez, I love those scammer vids. Of course, the only rule of Sam Roberts now, every super chat, is going to get read.
Ooh.
So if you need something on the air, make sure you super chat it in. We'll get to all of them. But yeah, I mean, if you just look up like scammer tears, there's a lot of videos of people who collect scammer tears.
That's awesome. I mean, that's one of the people one of the most hated people in the world. I feel like unanimously.
I mean, yeah, it's like, it's so funny because telemarketers are just hated. And they're not even doing anything. Like, telemarketers are just people calling you in the middle of dinner trying to legitimately sell you on something. And you're like, no, like, they're not necessarily trying to scam you. They're just trying to get you to say yes to a sale. Like, those used to be the most hated people in the world. But now it's like people calling your house and just lying to you to just take all your money. Yeah, those people are terrible. And they like, and they really.
What almost got me?
What? You almost got more than once?
Yeah, I think I like.
We need to take your phone away. We need to take your phone away. I worry about you, hot dog.
Maybe that one time I was in a call, it was because of a cruise. I was told I want a free cruise, and then I got excited.
You got excited.
It was the first time I got that call. "Hey, you won this free cruise for Carnival or whatever the hell."
Well, I've never won anything in my life. What a day. Oh, my God. Yeah, you get all these, start checking your voicemails from unknown callers. Your car is being recalled. If you don't call this number back, it's going to be bad news. I'm like, really? Well, guess what? If I don't call this number back, there will probably be another call before it's actually bad news. That's the thing about like bad news. It's never like this one phone call is it, do or die. Like if you're getting arrested because you didn't complete a form, before you they don't just, go, "Oh, we don't have this one form. Better go put them in jail." Like, there's a series of events that you at least know that you're in trouble, right? There's some little thing in your gut going, "I hope they don't find out." It's never just news. "Oh, I didn't pay. I'm looking at jail time, am I? Oh, no." That's not the way it ever works.
You're not going to be fucking just squat like a whole SWAT team coming into your house because you forgot to make a payment on your IRS.
Right. But they'll tell. But I mean, but that's what I mean about like presenting all the information to you first. It's intimidating. Yeah. It's scary. They're like, "Oh, this person knows who I am," which is why it's funny watching these ScammerBait videos. If you just look up ScammerBait, you'll find it because they start giving the scammer all of their own real information. And the scammer's like, "What? No, that's not me. No, that's not click."
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
Sweating on the other side of the line.
It's great. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I mean, I've fallen into big time. I feel like these scammer videos are great. And I also feel like we're in this period of time right now. And I think a lot of it has to do with the COVID restrictions opening up and the masks coming up and the live events coming back and all this stuff. It's a high level of energy out there. Everybody is amped, man. Everybody is just, they got to do something. And the uptick in fights has just been tremendous to me. I can't believe that literally as soon as they opened up arenas for sports events again, as soon as they let crowds back in arenas, fist fights. Fist fights immediately. And it's all because, I mean, everybody's super happy to be there, but they're all amped up. We've been cooped up for so long, everybody wants to get in fights. Like, did you, that's the fight of today. We'll get to that fight in a second. The suplex fight. Suplex fight was just fantastic. And that's the other thing. Like, it used to, in fight videos, I feel like pre-COVID fight videos, it was a lot of, like, just kind of arms flailing, you know, those really inarticulate punches that would just kind of land where they land. Now people are fighting to kill. People are really in it. They're like, it's almost like they saw the zombie apocalypse coming. Like at the beginning of COVID when we were all like, look, there's at least a 50% chance that all of our structures are going to break down and we're going to be out here in the streets fighting for what's ours, right? Did that cross your mind at the beginning of COVID?
It's like, I might have to throw down for some toilet paper.
Exactly. In the non-toilet paper days, I'm sitting there thinking,
scary.
Right. And I'm like, do I cozy up to a big guy? What's my strategy here for when the shit goes down? And so I think that because that energy was never released out of people, now it's like when a fight goes down, it's going down. We're going to end this. This isn't going to be a pull apart. This is getting ended. One of us is winning here. And like, you know, people feel like COVID, it's like, you've been losing. You've been losing for a year. Unless you're Jeff Bezos, you've been losing for a year. So you go into one of these fights and it's like, no, I'm here to win this fight. I'm not here to get pulled apart.
Yeah, none of these videos you're seeing, there's no one getting in the middle of it.
Nope.
Everyone's just...
Matter of fact, people are just posted up, taking their phones out and laying back and going like, no. I've been looking for entertainment. I've been wanting to see this for a long time. Like, and it's nice,
We
right?
outside.
We outside.
Yeah.
That's the energy. And it's like, this isn't a fight. Most of these that we're looking at, they're not fights over racial injustice. They're not, you know, Karen fights. They're not these fights with like overwhelming social circumstances. They're fun fights. You know, they're just like, they're totally unnecessary fights. And you're right, Hot Dog. This is the summer of we outside, okay? And when we outside, sometimes we're gonna scrap. And I feel like, I know for me, if I'm outside and there's a fight, I'm not sitting there going like, oh, this is not what I bargained for. I'm sitting there going like, this is a bonus. I didn't count on this, but the Lord is shining down on me today. Because I get
half in the wait.
Bonus fun. Yeah, I've been sitting here for a year and a half, waiting. Are we ever going to be outside again? And now not only am I outside, letting the warm sun hit my bald ass head, but I get to watch two people fight to the death. That sounds good to me. And they're not terribly skilled fighters, but they're going at it with full force, and you got to respect them for that. Like this guy, this happened like a month ago at I guess it was the Padres and the Rockies. You got to see this guy. He's incredible. Look at this guy. Okay, so he's coming. First of all, his energy. I've never been in a situation where I felt this confident about anything. The way he just walks. I mean, his walk. This brown jersey guy, Padres guy, walks up, shoulders back. And this isn't a guy going, I'm going to walk up to this guy. You know, most fights, there's still that reluctancy as the fight's starting. But this guy's like, you know what? He's walking up to a guy that's an entire row away. But that guy an entire row away said something. And he's like, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out today. Today is happening.
That's such a long walk to think about your decision.
I had so many chances to get out. Oh, he's got a lot of people around him. Nobody's behind me right now. He's like, nope, I've decided it's knock a motherfucker out season. And I'm gonna take that on. And he's got a Rockies jersey on. No. Nope. Not today. Watch this guy.
A lot of commitment.
Yeah, look at him. He's walking up. You want to get a... Oh, good night. Good night. Oh. I look at that. Yeah, a bunch of guys taking cheap shots now. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Your boy got put to sleep.
Put boy up.
Look at it. Boom. Boom.
But
Ow.
also, like, this guy didn't put his hands up or anything.
Nothing. He didn't even have time. He didn't even know what hit him. That's the type of knockout where you see in UFC where they wake up going like, did the round start? You know, like, are we going to, like,
it's all over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Rogan is somewhere clutching Daniel Cormier's chest. He can't believe what he's seen here. Yeah, this Padres guy is sitting there. Like the Rockies guy is going to wake up from his knockout going like, are we still going to fight? And they're like, no, that fight's over. That fight happened already. You didn't win. You lost. I mean,
such confidence in that one.
Can you imagine?
A lot of confidence in these fights.
Lots of confidence in these fights. Again, this is what I'm saying. Nobody's sitting there going like right before the fight starts. Nobody's going, can I avoid having this fight? Like all these big fights that I've seen, there is a moment where you're like, we don't have to do this. And they're like, nah, we're going to do this. We're doing it anyway, for sure. I mean, to be fair to the guy that got knocked out at the Padres game, he did not have an opportunity to decide whether to fight or not. Because this guy, I mean, look, he marched over there like he was going into battle. Hey, what did you say? Boom!
It was
nothing
he could say.
Nothing. What, he didn't have a chance? He was singing lullabies. He was singing lullabies. He was out. Good night. And then you got to explain when you get home to your loved ones, your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend. Oh, I got your kids? Oh, your kids. Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that because there's another angle of that, too. You see the second angle where it's close up and you can see the Rockies fan's face? They're like, Dad, is that you? I thought you weren't supposed to fight. Like, I thought fighting was bad. And you know what he could say? Technically, kids, I did not fight. Technically, I didn't hit anybody.
I mean, when you go out nowadays, you got to think twice if you're going to get in a fight because there's so many cameras everywhere. All of a sudden, you know, your wife is watching you get knocked out on Twitter.
I know. You know, these aren't private fights. These are not. No.
These are events now. These are all events.
Yeah, we're not putting a lid on this. Satoichi's Cane Sword says, and to fall down on a stadium chair. Ouch, chiropractor going to make money. Yeah, it's not a delicate landing. He's just falling across 3 of those blue chairs that are bolted to the ground. Whew. But stadium guy, I feel like, got knocked out by a man who I think is, at least deserves to be, hero of the internet. Sons in 4. I mean, Sons in 4 is, how do you not root for Sons in 4?
Perfect. Amazing from start to finish.
He's just great. By the way, like, you know, we're watching all these like worked fights, these like, carny boxing fights. Put some of these stadium fights on pay-per-view. If Fight TV was like, we're going to fill a stadium full of people and some of the people in the audience are going to be fighting each other. You don't even have to have a ring. Like, you could just sell tickets and the audience is looking at nothing. And you just wait until fights break out in the audience. I would buy that pay-per-view today.
Also, we could just put them in a ring. I mean, why not just do Sons in 4 guy, and maybe we could bring out some previous legends, like the 8-ball jacket dude. 8-ball jacket dude. Remember that guy? Versus Sons in 4 guy.
Didn't he call her a bitch? Like, he had like a real deep voice or something like that. Yeah, I would love that. I would love that fight. And then maybe you do like Suplex guy versus Padres Knockout King.
I'd pay for that.
I would pay for that in a heartbeat.
Sure, I mean, get on it.
I think it's way better than YouTube versus TikTok fights. You know,
way better.
Way better.
These guys have character.
And let me get on that commentary too. You want some enthusiasm? I'll put Pat McAfee to shame if you let me call these fights between people on Twitter that are fighting anyway. I'll be so excited. But yeah, this was Sons and Fours in 4 guy. Suns, and who were they? Who were the Suns playing against? The Nuggets?
I think it was yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the Nuggets fans were cheering for
they both had the jerseys. It's great because they both have their team's jerseys.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So the Nuggets fan was cheering for the Denver Nuggets, and the Suns fan was cheering for the Phoenix Suns. And that right there is your problem. They were cheering for different sports teams. I guess Sons and 4 guy was like kind of boisterous. Like he was trying to like rally his whole section around the Suns, and this Nuggets fan didn't like it too much. So he goes over to him. See, look at, okay, so this is important. Like you got to analyze this stuff. So right there, okay. This is your guy you're looking at right now, okay? You see him, he's kind of smirking, he's kind of smiling, and they're grabbing each other's jerseys. This guy is a bully. This guy he doesn't like to fight, he likes to push people around. Like, you know what I mean when I say bully? I don't mean somebody like not a bully that actually beats people up, but a bully that gets off on threatening to beat people up. That's what I see in this face. That haircut is just atrocious. Look at these bangs. I mean, who wears that? Who does that anymore? There was a time for it, yes, but that's not a thing anymore. Nobody has that haircut anymore. And there was a time where people would be like, Sam, who are you to talk about somebody's hairstyle? That time's not today, Junior. I'm the guy to talk about somebody's hairstyle. I got sleek and sexy. This guy needs to do the same thing. He'd be much better off with a shaved head. That's what he's trying to do, I'll bet, too. Trying to pull those bangs down over a receding hairline.
They also, I don't think it shows it in that video, but a little bit earlier they poured beer on him.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Is that what maybe this is what the initial confrontation sparked? That's what sparked the initial confrontation here?
That might have been it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't like that. So here we go. Okay. It looks like he's taking off his necklace. Do you see it in his hands? He's taking off his necklace. I'll scroll back just a little bit so we can analyze properly. See right here, that's what it looks like. The guy he wore a lot of jewelry. You always know a cool guy at a basketball game because he got a lot of jewelry on. But he's taking off his jewelry now, I guess because he's ready to scrap, as it were. He's having a good time. Okay. Puts his jewelry in his pocket. Okay, all right. You see, that was a sucker punch. Hot dog, you can't tell me it was anything but a sucker punch. Like, because he put his jewelry in his pocket, and then, like, he acted like he was going to get ready to do something, and then he just swung real quick. Sucker punch.
He looked at his boy. He looked at his boy like, watch this.
Exactly. He's not going to see this one coming. Sucker punch. Yes, Hot dog?
I completely missed. A sucker punch that completely missed.
Well, let's see where the sucker punch goes. Oh! Got him! Oh, no! Oh, the humanity! Hit after hit after hit! Right after right! And then the guy goes, hey, stop punching my friend in the face over and over again. And the guy goes, first I'm going to punch you in the face, then I'm going to keep punching your friend in the face again. Look at this guy in the Suns jersey. Just right hand. And I mean, you talk about a guy who's like, son, you just made the mistake of your life. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. He knows. As soon as he's got him by the jersey and he's got him draped across that chair, he's like, I got you.
Your life is in my hands. I can do whatever I want right now.
You understand this is the point where you get ended. I'm here to end you. Look at him.
And the best part is he's grabbing the guy, and while he's laying those uppercuts, he's looking at his boy.
You want some?
And he's like,
you want some?
Yeah, I'm fucking your boy up.
Yeah, come help him. Why don't you come help your boy? And then the guy tries to help his boy. He gets one in the chin just for trying to help and backs away. All right.
While he's still holding the other guy.
I love it. He's holding the other guy. He's punching him. The guy's friend jumps in. He punches the guy's friend. And then he goes back. He goes back to punching the first guy. He's like, I'm not done with you yet. Oh, no, not by a long shot. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's just, oh, you don't like that? There's a punch in the face for you. Punch in the face for you. Oh, boom, another one. Another one. You want some? Suns in 4. Don't think I ever forgot what this was about. I never forgot what this was about. Suns in 4. That's a guy you need on your team, man. That's a guy you need. A lot of people, when they're in the midst of that fight, will lose focus.
You lose sight. You lose sight of what the fight's even about.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people sit there and they'll lose sight because they got their adrenaline flowing and they don't even know what they're fighting over. But this guy knows exactly what he's fighting over. The Suns are gonna sweep. Suns in 4.
And you know what?
What?
It was a prophecy. Prophecy fulfilled.
Did the Suns complete their mission in 4 games?
Sweep. Yep, they sweeped it.
Because if you're not, let me tell you something. If you're an NBA player and you're not motivated by this energy in the crowd, if you don't have somebody that is so keen on you, if you're not motivated by somebody that is so keen on you, winning in 4, that he's just repeatedly punching fools in the face. He's going 2-on-1. And the only reason, by the way, the only reason he stopped was because the people around him were like, no, chill. No, chill. And he said, okay, I'll chill. He could have gotten a lot more hits in. You watch this thing and look at how it ended. He was not done. He could have gotten as many more hits in as he wanted to. And he's looking right at the other guy going like, I will murder your friend today if I want to. It's up to me. It's up to me if he lives or dies.
Yeah, I mean, come on. After
Look
that,
at him. Look at
that
him.
video. You see that video. You can't be Devin Booker.
No.
And winning 5.
Look at him.
Can't be 6.
They're leaving. Humiliated.
Retreating.
I love that. And this guy sitting there with his 4 fingers up like he's Ric Flair in 1987, putting the 4 fingers up because he knows what it's about. And he goes,
him high fives
because he's got the right energy. He's almost like, I apologize to all of you for this distraction. Let's get back to the task at hand. The Suns in 4.
Yeah.
Let's watch history take place. Let's watch the magic. I love him. I wish I had.
Now he's gonna be. Now he's got some tickets for the Western Conference Finals.
They hooked him up.
Devin Booker, one of the stars of the team, hooked him up with tickets and a signed jersey.
That's good because a lot of
You
arena.
need a mascot like that.
You do.
That guy.
A lot of times arenas frown on the fans getting into fist fights, but I'm glad that they gave him free tickets. Well, it's also to like any douchebags that are in that section, they're gonna calm down. They're going to see Suns in 4 guy. I saw somebody made him his own action figure. Love it.
Amazing.
Love it. I would collect it right now. I put it right next to Michael P.S. Hayes over there. I would absolutely have him there. Gorilla Glue Girl, Suns in 4 guy. Actually, that would be a good fight. Gorilla Glue Girl versus Suns in 4 guy.
Book it.
Yeah. Man. Remember how much everybody hated the Angry Bagel guy and everybody loves the Suns in 4 guy? That's the 2 ends of the spectrum.
It's the energy.
Yeah, it is.
The energy you bring.
Yeah. Because you're watching this guy repeatedly punch this other dude in the face. And you're like, I would definitely hang with that guy doing the punching, not the guy getting beat up. The guy getting beat up, like, I kind of wish that he took more hits. And like Suns in 4 guy, if he was like, you want to go see a game? I'm like, yeah, I would like to see a game. I'd like to have that. You're right about the energy. I want that energy around me.
You'd feel safe with him.
I'd feel safe. I feel like we're going to have fun. I feel like we're going to have a good time,
Different agendas. Bagel Boss came in there with like a bone to pick with tall people.
He was mad.
That wasn't a good look.
This guy
came in here with a prophecy.
And ultimately, he's one of the few guys who will get in a fight in a stadium. And who is it about? It's not about the guy he's fighting. It's not about him. It's about those professional athletes on the court right now.
It's for them.
It's for them.
It's for them.
It's for the jersey. It's for this colors. It's for Roddy Piper and They Live, okay? It's for those people. Suns in 4. He just starts like, do you really think that the guys who just got their asses kicked and humiliated, do you really think that they were sitting there going, I really still hope that the Nuggets win? They weren't thinking about basketball anymore. They weren't thinking about that. But
that's what makes it perfect. It's
this
not
guy,
even the beatdown isn't as embarrassing as getting beat down and then also being told we're gonna sweep. By the way,
yeah, this guy is so on point. Not only did I kick your guys' asses, but you didn't even throw me off my agenda. You didn't shake me at all. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Then, just when I think that, like, okay, Sons and 4 guy is definitely fight of the week, I start looking on Twitter today. Kurt Angle is trending. And I'm like, oh, what's your Olympic hero up to? Olympic heroes for abstinence? Is that back? Are we talking about the 3 eyes? Are we drinking our milk? What's going on? And I realize it's because suplexes are back in style. And I don't remember the last time I saw some suplexes in a parking lot. It was perfect. So I look up and there's this, wonderful video of, I don't know what, do you know where these people worked or what they did for a living, what their job was? If you don't,
you kind of get a look in their jersey or in their
uniform. Yeah, see if it is. So I guess what happened was this woman who I think is a pregnant woman. I got that right? I think she's a pregnant woman.
That's what I read too.
Got into some kind of disagreement with her coworker. And then she did the thing that, like, as the boyfriend, you never want to have happen to you. She called her boyfriend and was like, hey, you got to take care of this. Like, hey, hot dog, it's been a while since you had a relationship. It's really been a really long while, actually. It's maybe been the whole time I've known you since you've had a relationship, but
long time.
Long time. But, what do you do? If the girlfriend calls you up and goes, I'm having some problems with this guy at work. I need you to come and solve these problems.
I just groan. Why? How big is he?
Yeah, you're sitting there. You literally judge the relationship right there. Like, am I going to get my ass kicked for you? And if the answer is no, it's like, we got to, but you do have to break up then, I think. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make the decision then. Am I going to get my ass kicked for you, or are we breaking up? And I think, like, for me, I would honestly, I would have to fight for my wife. She's the mother of my children. But any girl that I dated before my wife, I would have just had to end the relationship, I think. You have to.
Yeah.
If you,
why are you getting into this trouble?
Exactly.
What's going on here?
Exactly. But unfortunately,
call the cops.
That's
what they're there for.
Hit the. I'll give you a life alert, one of those little necklaces that the old people wear. What do you want me to tell you?
By the way, the shirt on them says like Hearn Industrial Services or something like
Industrial Services. Okay. So they were servicing some industries. And so she called her boyfriend and the boyfriend showed up and it didn't work out well. It did not work out well. Luckily, there were people saving it for posterity, filming it on their phones. Here we go. Here we go. Get him together. See, hit him again. Like, hit him again. Like it just started. We just started the fight. Hit him again. And there really is, again, not a lot of sort of, I don't know if we're actually going to do this, No, we're doing this. We're definitely doing it. In the middle of this parking lot while we have our work uniforms on.
Representing the workplace.
Yeah.
Hey, he's pushing you like that. Are you pregnant though?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Get him together.
We're swinging. He'll get him. All right, he'll get him.
Get him together.
Oh, he goes down. He went down.
Get him together.
By the way, here we go. I think MMA has changed a lot of people because you could see it had that MMA energy. The minute he gets him down, like he hits him, the guy falls down to his ass, and the guy in the yellow shirt runs towards him. Like, oh, I got him down. Like, instead of waiting for him to get back up or doing something, it's like your opponent is weakened. Like in UFC, when a guy goes down and the other fighter goes, oh shit, that punch knocked him out? I better just run over to him and start wailing on him. I feel like that's new. Oh, he got knocked to the floor. I'm just gonna run over to him and start punching him in the head until he's unconscious.
I'm gonna start throwing some knees.
Yeah. Hit him again.
Get him together.
Boom. Got him.
Get him together.
Suplex.
Get him together.
Suplex.
Get him together.
Got him again. And the crowd goes wild. A double German. He should have just stood up and went, Suplex City, bitch.
I mean, great form too. Like someone was breaking it down. Like he jumped mid suplex so he can get a little bit more, velocity coming back down. Like the guy knows what he's doing when it comes to suplexes.
I mean, it's good. It's almost like a side suplex, It's like he got the leverage just right. It's not something he made up when he was sitting there. It's not a German, There's no art in the back or anything like that. But it is a real side suplex. It's almost like what Taz used to do in ECW when he was the human suplex machine. And he'd just scoop people up and dump them on their heads because it was real.
And also, might I add, it was a little bit safe. He made sure he didn't land on his neck.
Took care of his
anything
opponent.
Like that.
He took care of his opponent.
Flat.
Yeah. Like you're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel this. Take it on your back. Make sure you tuck your chin. But and it's gonna suck. But you're gonna be able to get up and take another bump because this is gonna be a double suplex spot right here.
Get ready for this one.
Yeah.
Together. Get him together.
Oh yeah.
Get him together.
Boom, boom, boom. Wild punches. Suplex. Boom. He almost turns that first one into a rock bottom. The way he gets him in the air and then he guides him down with his arm. What? Slam. Oh, don't get up. Oh, belly to back. That second one was a straight up belly to back. So stay down. Oh, punch, knee to the gut. You see that knee to the gut? Just the insult to injury. Knee to the gut. That one knocked the wind out of him. That's that when he's I'm okay. Because he got that last little knee in.
Get him together. Get him together.
There he is.
Real quick.
There he is. Celebrations. Man, there are. I call him stupid ass. That's not that nice. There's a lot of people there. Oh wait, something else is playing. Oh, okay, it started again. There's a lot of people there that could have broken that up, and nobody broke it up. Because why would you want to?
John Doe in the comments says, "Let the lawsuits fly." I mean, yeah, there are
Let's go.
a lot of people in work uniform just whipping ass right now.
yeah. I don't care. Let's let it go. We've been in COVID. Let's let it. Come on. Oh, it's so great. Public fighting. It's back. And
We outside.
It's better than ever.
Outside is better than ever, Sam.
I've been outside. I've been getting this. I took the roof off the titties was out on the Jeep today. Getting some sun on the top of this head. We outside now. Okay, we are outside. Oh, I can't imagine just the brutality that's going to go down on Father's Day. Woo! The dad's going. Let's go. Let's get some Little League fights happening. You know what I mean? This is
gonna be a lot of Randy Marshes. I thought this was America.
It's gonna be a fun summer. I'll tell you that right now. It is going to be a fun summer. I'm going to indie wrestling again. Maybe I'll get into some fights in indie wrestling. I got Nick Gage on my podcast. He's got my back too. MDK.
Sam getting into some fights.
Fuck yeah.
At ringside. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. I got that kind of energy now. You see me on the NXT pre-show, grab Justin Barrasso by the top of his head at one point. I'm that's my energy now. I'm ready to go.
You're gonna be like all fucking day afterwards.
Yeah. It's awesome. We do have Nick Gage on the Wrestling Podcast this week on Monday. The interview will drop on the Notsam Wrestling YouTube page. And even if you don't like wrestling, trust me when I tell you. Hato, you probably got to listen to some of it already because I know you've been working on the video. You're gonna wanna. He's just a violent guy that loves to curse, and he gave me the best explanation I've ever heard as to what would happen to me in prison. He spent 7 years in jail because he robbed a bank. Straight up. In the middle of his wrestling career. He had no money and he robbed a bank. And he went to jail for it. And he went to prison. And he hung out with murderers. And he told me what would go down. And I found it fascinating. And I think that he's right. And it made me rethink. Maybe I won't get into fights anymore. Because I think I'd be in a lot of trouble. You know? I don't look like... Nick Gage looks like the version of me who could survive in prison. But that's Nick Gage, what Nick Gage looks like, unfortunately. That's not what I look like. I look like the version of Nick Gage that could not survive in prison, you know? So, all right. Well, we've been going on and on. I don't think we have time to talk about my Cruel Summer show this week. Did you watch any of it?
I haven't watched it yet. I gotta catch up on it.
I gotta
binge it.
I love my teen girl dramatic television shows. It's like you know, the stuff that's marketed towards like teenage girls. Cruel Summer, but I mean, I will tell you this. I was complaining about Cruel Summer. I thought it moved too slow. And then when the ending hit, when that last scene dropped, I went like this, hot dog. Oh! That's exactly.
Like that?
Yeah, it was good. It was real good. But I watched that show You on Netflix, you know. It's good. I think it's coming back towards the end of the year. You ever watch You?
Yeah. No, I see it. I have no idea what it's about.
Why? Because you see the ads and you're like, this feels like it's marketed towards teen girls. I don't think I'm gonna watch this show.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I get that philosophy. That's not how I feel. I watch the show and I go, this is good. This is really good. This is a good show. It's like what I mean. There's good TV, there's bad TV, and there's good bad TV. I can't stand bad TV. I won't have it. No way. But really good bad TV, I can get down with some of that. I mean, look, you're talking to a guy that watched every season of Degrassi: The Next Generation. You know, when Drake first came out on the scene, and people were like, "Who is this new rapper?" I'm like, "You mean Jimmy Brooks from Degrassi? He's been around for a minute. Where have you guys been?" And they're like,
"Get with it."
They're like, "Not watching Degrassi. We're too old." And I was like, "Okay, well, you're the same age as me, so that's weird. That puts me in an odd spot right now." But I appreciate
I
you.
should have been watching this when I was 25.
Exactly. What? I'm like, who's coming out with an album next? Spinner? And they're like, that reference is lost on me. And I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah. Well, huh? I'm like, you don't remember when Drake got shot by Rick? You know, because of the game show went wrong, the school shooting at Degrassi. You don't know? Rick?
Like, Sam, how old are you again? Are you younger than we thought?
Probably a year or two older.
Okay.
No, I'm an 80s baby. What? No. Late, very, very, very late 80s? No. First half of the decade.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's creepy. Well, look, I don't know if it was because, John Doe says, I'm surprised you haven't watched Emily in Paris, Sam. Do we know anything about Emily in Paris, hot dog? I don't know about this Emily in Paris.
Never heard of it.
Now, I won't.
Never heard.
I won't. It's got to be like the teenage melodrama. I watch the teenage melodrama. Like, I won't watch shows that are targeted to women. Those shows are lame. Like that show that Netflix had where it was like, I don't know, like the Royal Middle Ages or something like that, except it was like multicultural. It was reinvented, and it was like the real handsome guy. I don't know. My wife was watching that, and I'm not getting down with that. I'm not getting down with any Reese Witherspoon shows. No, absolutely not. Those are women's shows. I'm not watching women's shows. I won't do it. But
teenage girl shows,
teenage melodramas, and we'll open it up because I'm not one of these guys that's so locked in on like, oh, let's define everybody's gender. You know, that's a you thing, hot dog. I'm not gonna let your toxicity get rubbed off on me. I don't think that way. I don't think that way. But teenage melodramas, yes, for the most part, yes. I will at least give it a shot. You know what was great? What was a great show?
What?
90210, but the remake. So,
oh, God.
Not the 90210 that I was like young when it came out. I'm talking about the 90210 that came out when I was an adult. The remake. The Tristan Wilds was in.
I mean, you'd have a conversation with someone talking about how great 90210 is, and then it'd take them a minute before they realize.
Yeah,
we're
no. I'm not talking about the one that Jungle Boy's dad was in. I'm talking about the much more recent one. That was great. Except it did get crazy towards the end. I watched the whole series, by the way, live. Like, I would turn on the CW, and I'd be like, Jess, it's 90210 night. And she'd be like, yeah. And we'd watch 90210, find out what's going to happen next. But, like, towards the end of the series, I think they ran out of money because the product placement got insane. Like, I swear, there were scenes in the remake
I love that.
I mean, it was a crazy, hot dog. There were scenes in the remake of 90210 where, like, I think they graduated high school and now they were in college or whatever. But they must have been, because they were, like, living in their own apartments now. And, like, one of the, people, I was going to say kids, but that makes me seem like a weird old man watching 90210 remake. So one of the characters goes into the other character's place, and the camera shot, instead of going to the face of the person who owns the apartment, goes to the laptop screen of the person who's on a State Farm or something website. I'll say State Farm, some insurance company. And they're like, hey, what's going on? And the girl goes, oh, nothing, just looking up State Farm car insurance. They've got some really great deals for new drivers. And I'm like, huh? And he's like,
that's amazing.
He's like, anyway, what I came over to talk about was, and now it's like back to the show. And I'm like, huh? Or they go to like the diner, like their version of the Max, like the Saved by the Bell Max. They go to their diner, and every table had a Dr. Pepper logo on it. And they're like, and then the waitress would come over, and as if those logos weren't enough, they'd be like, what can you get? Oh, I have a burger and an ice cold Dr. Pepper. And you're like, what? This is like that Wayne's World scene. You know that Wayne's World scene where he's like, I just think it's really sad what people will do. And he's got the Reebok outfit on. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But watch some of the later episodes just for that amusement. It's like, that's when you know, I think we're on our last legs here. I don't think that we're going to be able to maintain this.
It's just an infomercial now.
It became an infomercial. Yeah. Yeah. They sprinkled in some plot. It was sprinkled in over the commercials. Look, I don't know if you guys think that because Hot Dog's going on vacation, he's doing well now. I don't know, but it seemed like the last 2 weeks, the super chats have basically come to a halt. Not a lot of super chats in for Drake Maverick. I thought that might just be because they were like, if it's Drake Maverick and Sam, you're talking about two superstars. We're not putting our money in on this. Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe people are figuring me out, and they're like, Elon doesn't need our super chats. You know what I mean?
They're turning on you, Sam?
I think so.
Are they turning on you?
There's not that many super chats. There's like 2.
The nerve.
I know.
Well, look, guys, I do need the money. So
I know, but very often, yeah, I mean, it's very seldom that you get a cut of it.
I mean, I like to think that I do.
No, that's true. That's true. It all pools in towards the hot dog fund. All right. Well, look, I will read every super chat that gets sent in. So go ahead. King Buzzo says I spent all my Biden bucks on Doge. Oh, okay. Maybe that's the problem too.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
We don't have a stimmy.
Yeah, I feel like people had their stimmy, and that was looking good. And also, I do feel like the people that would get drunk and super chat in every week are probably the same people that would like get drunk and buy a bunch of Doge. And eventually, that money's going to dry up. So I get it. Daniel Wimberly says, Sammy, I appreciate that. And Christopher Pinky Schultz says, Sammy, I've saved $6,000 during the pandemic. As a fellow middle maker, I'd like to gift you a 1996 Cutlass Supreme with 18-inch rims. Please send the info. Christopher, I appreciate that. I accept. However, what I would suggest is super chat the 6,000 and I will buy the Cutlass Supreme. That makes sense. Right? That's probably the best way to do that. Just super chat the 6,000 in and it will get. Matter of fact, you can also hit me on Venmo. I'll become one of those girls that puts her Venmo in her Twitter bio, and you can Venmo me that way. Philip Chamberlain says, I shave my head too, living that smooth life. Oh, it's great. Only thing is, you're gonna be shocked at how often you gotta go back to it. I've been letting this grow out for like, I don't know, probably since TakeOver, so since Sunday. And I'm already like, I got a scruffy head. I don't got a clean, smooth head today.
Not a maintenance.
I mean, it's less than getting haircuts. You know, you could just take a trimmer and do it yourself. But Not Corn Pop says, come on, man. And that's a great point. That's a great point. Come on, man is right. And I appreciate all of you. Mr. Hostetter says, Super 7 or NECA, Sam. I do have an answer to that. But you think I'm going to answer a free chat? Am I going to sit here and give you an answer on a free chat? The fuck?
The fuck out of here.
The fuck? Look, I was born at night, but not last night. Come on, man. I'm not going to answer that question
Roberts.
for free. Sam Roberts. And you spelled the last S in Roberts with a $sign. Okay?
Woo.
You're talking to the super chat god. Maybe AEW screwing me up too. Maybe some of these wrestling fans are sitting there watching AEW going, I'll catch Sam Saturday morning. Can't super chat in on Saturday morning, can you?
You've had some competition the last couple of weeks.
I mean, you could watch TV and the internet.
Good old time.
Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate all of you. I love that you've been here with us. We'll be back here again. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. You're being stingy with your likes, and I don't appreciate that at all. Hit the like button. Leave a comment if you're watching this later. Let me know what you're thinking. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to our clips channel. I'm going to keep that updated. I think like the last show didn't really have any clips because it was a full movie breakdown, but tonight we had some clips. So YouTube/Sam Roberts now is the clips channel. And the big one, YouTube.com/Notsam Wrestling. The podcast with Nick Gage will go up at the same time as the audio on Monday. So check that out. And we'll see you soon. Have a good night, everybody. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. Good night.